Do you remember the meeting you had that led you to Stanbic? That meeting where you met and maybe you spoke with the people from South Africa. What did you tell them in that meeting?
Well, yes, it was interesting because I was with Barclays. I'd moved,
yes.
I was at Barclays in South Africa working in the, what we call non-presence countries. So I was basically providing coverage work, corporate coverage work in countries for Barclays where we didn't have a fiscal presence. You know, and I had actually moved from Barclays, Ghana as Deputy Managing Director and Executive Director Corporate Banking. So, you know, where I had been from, 2000 to 2005, 2006, I went to South Africa. So when I was asked to come, I was engaged by Stanbic Bank. Well, they invited me, the CEO for Africa, and I think that was the regional CE for West Africa.
Okay.
It's like, invited me for coffee. And we had coffee, you know. Then I was working in, Barclays had just taken over APSA. So we had moved from our offices in uptown Sandton to the city, you know, and I was in a street called Anderson. Okay. So, you know, I was invited over to Simon Street, where Stanbic Bank has their head office buildings. And we had coffee, and then they told me, no, they wanted me to, you know, consider joining Stanbic Bank. I was quite enthusiastic because I thought it was something within the SADC region or within South Africa. But it didn't take long before they kind of told me they wanted to bring me back to Ghana. Okay. It was a bit of a shocker because, you know,
because you were getting used to the...
You know, I knew what Stanbic was here then, you know, probably just, you know, at that time really, 2 branches and an agency. You know, and I was Deputy Managing Director of Barclays, and, you know, could have actually come back, you know, if I wanted to the Barclays job. But they said this is what they wanted. I reflected on it, and yeah, I was a bit taken aback, but, you know, they gave me the encouragement and actually shared with me the vision. For me, what drives me is vision. I need a compelling vision, you know, that kind of just makes the juices flow and gives you the impetus to push ahead. So
it wasn't really about the challenge. Did you not feel too challenged, from what you're telling me, and that you knew the system or the terrain better there, and you knew how the bank here was? Yeah. Did you not feel too challenged? Like too much of a big challenge that this was going to be for you to even surmount?
Well, yes, and the challenge was really where the excitement was. Okay. Because as I said, this was probably Africa's largest bank, but very unknown in Ghana. You know, it was quite big. When I say Africa, the indigenous Africa, of course, Barclays was there, but drawing all their strength from the UK, Standard Chartered was there. You know, but one of the big African banks at the time, and still today, is Standard Bank. So, and they were not very, you know, present in Ghana. So yes, it was a challenge, but a challenge that I was very confident we could work together and deliver. Okay. And say what? I think we delivered it.